When it comes to Washington, D.C., there's a new way to get from here to there. A new transportation service is available for individuals living along the I-81 corridor as far south as Blacksburg, all the way up to Lexington, Stanton, Harrisonburg, and Front Royal. That service is the Virginia Breeze, and as it breezes through the valley, it's causing quite the buzz. The Virginia Breeze is an inter-city bus service between Blacksburg and Washington, D.C. that transported its very first passengers today. Yesterday, in the Martin's grocery store parking lot in Stanton, Virginia, Breaking Through had a chance to view one of the buses and speak to the organizers and planners of the service, as well as one of the Virginia Breeze's motor coach operators. Terry Brown is the special assistant to the Chief of Public Transportation for the Department of Rail and Public Transportation in Virginia. She said this bus service didn't come together overnight.
It has been a long process. We started out, we are required with some of the federal money that we get to spend on an intercity bus project, and that is defined as connecting two or more urbanized areas that are not close together. So we've kind of created the definition of that, going from Blacksburg to D.C. We did a study back in fiscal year 12 where we identified where the unmet needs were, and the 3 of the top 4 unmet needs were on the corridor between Blacksburg and D.C. So with this one route, we're able to address 3 of the top 4 needs. What we're hoping to do in the future, if this is successful, is try to address some of the other needs.
Ticket prices range from $19 to $50 for now, but Brown says discounts for groups or round trips are likely on the horizon.
Right now we're looking at our pricing structure to make sure that it works, just one ride, one ticket. But what we hope to do in the future is perhaps have some, cheaper versions if you buy a round trip ticket, the standard things that you see in established bus services. So yes, that is on our plans.
I asked Brown if there was any plans for expansion in the future.
This is just our first step, hopefully. We would, first of all, we'd like to add some more, we'd like to add another couple of buses, because right now, if it doesn't meet your timeline, that's all we have to offer. So that would be our first step as far as expansion goes. And then the second step will be identifying other corridors. I'd love to see something going east-west across the state or out into the further southwest portions, but our first step is going to be to refresh our study. It was from 2012, 2013, so it's a little stale now. So we're going to refresh that starting next year and see what else is out there that needs to be addressed.
Granger Davis is one of 3 motor coach operators. He is employed by Coach USA, the company contracted to provide this service. He has been operating motor coaches for over 32 years. He gave me a full tour and description of the buses being used.
What you're looking at, which will be a part of the Virginia Breeze, is a 2018 Van Hool. It's a 56-passenger motor coach. It's also equipped with a wheelchair lift. We are ADA compliant. Inside of the bus, we have 56 comfortable seats with footrests. We have electrical outlets so you can recharge your laptop or your phone. We have Wi-Fi so that if you need to check your email, do some business while you're traveling. We have lavatory equipped, just for emergency purposes only when you're traveling down the road. Very comfortable ride. I've been driving buses for 32 years, and these are some of the nicest buses I've had the opportunity of driving.
Davis explained that the planning process was more than just paperwork.
I've been a part of the process ever since the initial planning, so I've done pretty much about 6 trips backwards and forward up. We were setting up time schedules and trying to look at the feasibility of the convenience of the bus coming in and out of parking lots or areas where we would be picking up at.
Davis said the service is good for people and the environment.
Well, one thing it does is it helps people to get to Washington, D.C., Dulles Airport. It's also great for people who are trying to make connections. And it's, from what I understand, it's a very needed area. This is a very needed area for transportation. We're excited to be able to provide a service in this area, and it actually will help to get people out and about traveling to places that they would have to drive by car. So it also helps in the green process of reducing emissions as well.
Annette Medlin is the president and CEO of the Greater Augusta Regional Chamber of Commerce. I asked Medlin what she thought of the service coming through her area.
It's a great opportunity for us, I think. Any kind of express transit is always an additional type. We've got the train, of course, and our proximity to Washington is fairly close, but having this as an alternative is a really good opportunity.
We also went for a ride between the Stanton stop and the Harrisonburg stop. But Breaking Through didn't stop there. This morning, I traveled to Blacksburg, Virginia to witness the Virginia Breeze's first passenger enter the bus. Lindsay Norberg, a Virginia Tech student, was the Virginia Breeze's first and only passenger to board the bus this morning on the Virginia Tech campus in Blacksburg, Virginia. She said her mom had found the service online when she asked to come home for the weekend. I asked Norberg how it felt to be the very first customer.
I guess it feels good. I'm a little nervous, but of course it's a new experience.
Norberg was only going to Stanton, but these 5 customers that got on the motor coach in Lexington were headed to the nation's capital. My stretch of the journey ended in the friendly city, Harrisonburg, Virginia, where I spoke with today's motor coach operator, Nina Dempy. I asked Dempy how the trip had gone so far.
Oh, time-wise, it's excellent. I mean, we're standing here now talking because I have break. I have a 15-minute break, which is good. And the people on the bus, they seem to be enjoying the ride. They're very content. You know, they're moving around slowly, and they're kind of nervous because it's the first day, but basically they seem to be relaxed.
According to Terry Brown, the bus runs 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and you can find a link to the Virginia Breeze's website in the comments section of Breaking Through's Facebook page. On the Virginia Breeze bus service, Theodore Whitelow for Breaking Through.